So today we're building a custom minimal desk setup for my wife. Now she actually hates most desk setups, they're usually way too much, like they're trying to be the main event of the room. So let's see if we could pull off building desk setup for someone who doesn't even like desk setups. Finding the right spot for the desk setup was a bit of a puzzle. Our bedroom is already taken up by my huge 2-meter desk, our bed and all my gear, filming equipment, lights, tripods, so we didn't have much choice but to place it in the living room. Now, my wife is all about aesthetics and super clean spaces, and she definitely didn't want anything too tech-heavy taking over the room. So we tried to find a spot where the desk setup would be almost invisible, and the only option was near the balcony door. It blocks the door like completely, but honestly we barely use the balcony anyway, so it's kind of whatever. And hey, we put wheels on the desk, so if we ever get the urge to step outside, we can just roll it out of the way. Since the setup is right in our main living space, we wanted it to be as low profile and minimal as possible. Our walls are white with a white curtain and clock, so we thought a pure white setup would blend perfectly. We got inspired by some clean all-white setups and decided to stick with a simple look. Naturally, we headed to IKEA like everyone else. The classic combo everyone uses is the Linman tabletop with Adele's legs, but we had that before and it's a bit too thick and wobbly and, well, just not the vibe we were going for. So we found these slimmer legs, and they are also on wheels, which, as you remember, will let us move the desk away from the balcony when needed. They are perfect for keeping that light, airy look. For the tabletop, we chose a super thin model from IKEA's new collection, this one. They actually made it for their new standing desks and frames, and it even has some pre-drilled holes for accessories. But we went for it anyway because it's very thin, yet sturdy, with rounded corners that fit her minimalist, softer style. We chose the version 120 by 60 centimeters, and the whole desk cost us less than $100, and it has the clean, light look we were aiming for. The core of the setup is the MacBook Air with M1 chip, which I bought for my wife about 2 years ago. This model came out 4 years ago, but honestly it's still the perfect machine for a lot of needs. For 90% of people it's plenty of power, and at a price around $650–700, it's a no-brainer. It's one of the best value MacBooks out there. I even use an M1 MacBook Air for my own work now. I edit 4K footage on it, and honestly I can't complain. Yeah, I bought it because I accidentally dunked my MacBook Pro in water, so I needed a quick and budget solution, but I would buy it again in a heartbeat. In fact, we've bought 3 different M1 MacBook Airs in the last 2 years. They're just that good. Powerful, yet really cheap. The keyboard is the Lofree Flow Lite. It's a low-profile mechanical keyboard and one of the thinnest on the market. We honestly didn't need another keyboard because I already have so many, but this one's sleek low-profile design really caught our attention. It's all white with rounded corners, which fits perfectly with the clean and soft look we're going for. It sounds nice. Typing feels smooth and satisfying. For all the geeks out there, I'll pop the tech specs up on the screen. For a mechanical keyboard, it's really thin and lightweight. It charges with a USB-C cable and has 2 backlighting modes. Oh, and this volume roller is really fun to use. I've partnered with Lofree and they sent this as a gift, but we're genuinely fans of their stuff. Now let's move on to the real star of the setup, the Lofree Touch PBT wireless mouse. It has this futuristic, almost sci-fi look, like something out of the movie, but it doesn't just look cool, it's also super functional. It has a small display on top that shows the battery level, DPI, and even which Bluetooth device is connected, so you're always in the loop. It is also physically customizable, and you can buy different covers for it to change up the style. The buttons are customizable too, so you can set it up exactly how you like. Lofree has a bunch of other products that fit the same aesthetic. Some of their mice have even wilder, unique designs that would look great for anyone who loves this vibe. Check out the Lofree products with the link below. The next thing that really takes the setup to the next level is the monitor. With a desk, keyboard and mouse, it was already a functional setup, and she was just using her MacBook on this cool origami-like moft stand. But eventually, bigger is better. So we went with the BenQ 27-inch monitor specifically designed for MacBooks. This monitor is awesome for a few reasons. First, it has the same silver finish as the MacBook, so it blends in perfectly. It connects with just one USB-C cable, which both charges the MacBook and mirrors the screen. Now, one of the best parts is the color quality. BenQ built in a Mac color tuning technology that makes colors look as vibrant and true to life as they do on a MacBook. Everything looks crisp and detailed. It's like having all that MacBook color quality on a bigger, easier to see screen. Another cool feature is brightness control. You can adjust the monitor's brightness directly from the MacBook's keyboard, way more convenient than reaching out to the monitor buttons like I have to do with mine. And even if you want to adjust the brightness on the monitor itself, it only takes one quick motion. Sounds small, but for something you adjust daily, it's a game changer. The matte screen is also a big plus. It reduces glare, so even in a room with giant windows like ours, everything stays bright and clear. The stand itself has a nice and minimal look and includes a soft rubber pad that's designed to hold the MacBook securely. But since this desk is pretty narrow, my wife actually uses it for her keyboard to keep it from slipping. Finally, the monitor has multiple ports, 2 HDMIs, 2 USB-C and a USB-A port. That USB-A port is actually really handy because you don't need an adapter to connect any USB-A devices to your MacBook. For example, you can plug a hard drive directly into the monitor itself, which is great. We also plugged in a spare USB-C cable so she can quickly charge her phone, keyboard, mouse, headphones or pretty much anything, all with one cable. BenQ sent this as a gift, but we are genuinely fans. It's an amazing addition to this setup. With the monitor in place, we needed a stand for the MacBook to keep it off the desk. I already had one in silver, so we're using that for now. It's a bit too wide for the MacBook Air, so we added a small piece of wood to make it fit, and it works. Done with that. For lighting and the whole ambience, we picked up the cheapest IKEA desk lamp. Nothing fancy, but it looks great. They actually have it in a bright blue, which looks amazing, but to keep things neutral, we went for the beige version. The light bulb is a bit harsh and there's no dimmer, so we improvised by sticking a yellow post-it note on the bulb to soften it up and give it a warmer glow and this cool yellow hue. One more addition to the setup was a pair of Sony XM4 headphones. To keep them out of the way, I attached a simple white hook under the desk, which was already lying around. Now it's perfect for hanging the headphones and keeps everything neat. We also have this clock already hanging on the wall from an old collaboration between Virgil Abloh and IKEA in pure white, which fits right in. So this is the final look, and here's the budget breakdown of the whole setup. Let me know in the comments what you think and check out my own desk setup video here. Peace.